It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
It's showtime. What's happening, everybody? Yes, the weekend is here. It is not Friday. I know the calendar says Friday, but I call it Friday. Yay, it is Friday. And like I said, my man Damian Lillard up in Portland with the Trailblazers, NBA superstar. He says, it's Dame time. Well, nah, it ain't Dame time. It's Jeet time, damn it. Yes, sir. Monday through Friday, I come to you live, the Geno Jones Show. Please subscribe, share, and like. Subscribe to the channel. Tell everybody you know to subscribe to the channel. Share all the episodes. Copy the link and paste it. Screen grab some of the show. Grab a minute or two and put it on TikTok, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Let's go ahead and make that viral moment happen right here, live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Got that? And thank you to all my new subscribers. Once again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you'd like to advertise or be a sponsor, I'd love to have you. And if you're looking for the ultimate pitch man or brand ambassador, like, Jay-Z and Beyonce are brand ambassadors for Tiffany. So with Tiffany, you can holler at your boy too. But if you're looking for that ultimate brand ambassador or pitch man, to help you build your brand or your business, I'm the king. I'm not the king. I'm the king of pitchman. That's how you spell Geno Jones Show. At Gmail. No the. Geno Jones Show. Gmail. This week in review, my guest, Miss Keila Carson, is going to be joining me today. Funny Friday. We always have fun. Fun Friday, funny Friday. All that wrapped up in one fantastic, fabulous Friday. We're going to make it for you. So, there's a lot of entertainment, music news for the culture. So I got to talk about that. So let me start off. Rolling Stone magazine. For the most part now, it's online. But it's iconic, legendary magazine, Rolling Stone, one of the preeminent magazines for the music industry ever published. So they released it. They revised their top 500 songs of all time. So I'm just going to kind of go down some of the songs in the top 10. You know what? I do have time, but I'm not going through all 500. Okay, you can just go to the Rolling Stones website. Number 10, Hey Ya, Outkast. It's not my list. It's Rolling Stones. Now they got a bunch of folks. They didn't call me, so the list cannot be completely and fully official since you didn't holler at your boy to consult with you about the top 500 songs of all time. I'm just saying that. I need to run that disclaimer on their behalf. Number 10 was Hey Ya, Outkast, and I'm a big Outkast fan. My favorite Outkast song, Southern Playalistic. Yeah, way back in the day. That's like one of their early albums, Southern Playalistic. And I'm leaving out part of it. Just say, Southern Playalistic. Dun, dun, dun. All right, and in number 8, Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On, Get Your Freak On. Love the song. It ain't number 8. It ain't the 8th greatest song ever. Top 8 song of all time ever. Come on. And Missy and Tim. Love Missy. Timberland, my dude. No. Can't do that. But anyway, that's their list. Number 6. What's Going On? Marvin Gaye. They might have almost got that one right. Arguably, that song could be number 1. So, should be higher than 6 if you're going to have it on the list, but I get you. But then number 3, I really can't argue with this because number 3 could be number 1 also. Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come. Now, number 2, I'm torn because I love this song. I especially love like the remix, like the 2021 remix of this song. One of my favorite groups, one of my favorite rap groups ever. Shout out to Mr. Chuck D and Mr. Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy. Fight the Power. Number 2, Rolling Stones, 500 greatest songs of all time. I love Fight the Power. It's one of my favorites. I can't put it at number 2. I can't. Number 1, I can't argue with this. Personally, I wouldn't have had it at number 1 just because I wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you songs I might have had at number 1. It's just a personal taste for me. But I can't argue with this. The song that's number 1, like I said, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you what it is. RESPECT. Respect. By Aretha Franklin. Not Otis Redding. I know because Otis Redding did the song first. He didn't make the list. But when Miss Aretha got a hold to it, some little gnat, always some, because, my studio is street level and you open the door and sometimes, here in the South, these little, bugs flying. And so if you see me swatting, that's why. So Rolling Stones, top 500 songs of all time, voted RESPECT by the Queen of Soul. God rest her soul, rest in peace, power, and paradise, Aretha Franklin. I can't argue with that. Might not have been my number 1 song, okay? Purple Rain should definitely be in the top 5. You could argue Purple Rain could have been number 1. For me, Billie Jean or Knee Deep. Knee Deep didn't even make the list. One Nation Under a Groove was on there by Funkadelic. But Billie Jean, because it's just from the greatest album ever. Yeah, I know. Off the Wall, I get it. Songs in the Key of Life. I know, I can see Key in the Green Room, but damn it, this is my list. Rolling Stone did their list, so you could do your own list. But, because I love Mike. Mike's the GOAT, the greatest entertainer of all time. So, but honestly, there's so many different Michael Jackson songs. Really, there's probably one of like 30 Michael Jackson songs. He arguably could be number 1. Really could. Billie Jean was just iconic in what it did, because it forced MTV basically to start playing black videos along with Walter Yetnikoff, who was the president of CBS Records, who basically told MTV, okay, y'all don't want to play Michael? I tell you what, I need y'all to run me back that Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, all the other pop and country or really pop rock artists that's on the Columbia CBS label. Y'all just stop playing them, give them back to us, unless you play this Michael Jackson. All of a sudden, you saw Billie Jean on MTV, and the rest is history. No Luther? No, let me just stop. There's no list. You can't have any list, any top anything list when it comes to songs, and not have. They had Never Too Much somewhere way down, like 366, somewhere down in the 360s, and that was the only Luther song y'all had on there. Okay, House Is Not a Home, no Maze song, Joy and Pain. But that's Rolling Stones list, so I'm just telling you, they kind of got it wrong. Now, so Sean P. Diddy, Daddy, Puff Daddy, Love, now he's going by his new name, Love, Sean Combs, said that he wanted to battle. Well, really, it started off Jermaine Dupri, iconic, legendary producer, Mr. So Def, posted something on social media, said, hey, let's, Diddy, let's have a versus battle. And Diddy just shot off. Diddy was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Diddy was like, man, your arm's too short to box with God. With all due respect, my brother, and love, and this and that. But I would smash you like a jelly bean in a versus battle with just my Biggie songs and Mary J. Blige. Wait a minute. Hold the Ciroc. Diddy? You need to hold that Ciroc. As a matter of fact, can somebody take that glass of Ciroc from Diddy? I think he had one too many. Hold on, man. You gotta, to kind of paraphrase what my man Birdman said, from Cash Money, the whole Cash Money crew down there in New Orleans in the 504, put some respect, not respect, with a T, not R-E-S-P-E-C-T, R-E-S-P-E-C-K. Put some damn respect on Diddy Jermaine Dupri's name. Hold on, what's wrong with you, dude? You know how many songs he's got in his catalog? Diddy, you got about 200. He's got twice as many as you have. 2 times. Twice and 2 was coming out at the same time. I didn't know which one my brain was going so fast. He has twice as many songs as you have, their partner. And listen, now let's keep it 1,000. Diddy, all due respect, I love you. But in terms of like a really, really producer, not just, okay, we're going to sample them beats. I'm talking about creating the beats, songwriter, like a real producer. Jermaine Dupri is the man. 400 songs, Mariah Carey, Janet Jackson, Usher, Monica, Drew Hill, Jagged Edge. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, I got some more notes. Right, hold on right here. Who else am I leaving out there? I gotta go to, hold on. Nelly, yeah, hold on. This is my sheet right there. This is live TV I gotta do. Hold on, because, you know, I'm putting some respect on Jermaine Dupri. Escape, come on. Bow Wow, Crisscross, T.I. Come on, man. Come on, man. You better put some respect on Jermaine Dupri. Now, Diddy, what you should have said, now if you want to get it right, what you should have said is, yo, Jermaine Dupri, my arms is too short to box with you, partner. You need to link up with Dr. Dre. But no, Diddy got it ass backwards. He's like, no, that the only person that can get in the ring with me is Dr. Dre. No, if you in the ring, then the only thing you need to do in the ring is no wrong with this. Just get in the sign, get in the ring, you know, like them ring girls. This is round 2 between Dr. Dre and Diddy Jermaine Dupri. I love Diddy, but come on, man, stop. Come on, man. Really? No. You just need to watch Dr. Dre and Jermaine Dupri on Versus. But that's just me. But let's see what my partner in good trouble and good crime has to say, ladies and gentlemen. She joins me usually every Friday. Media personality, media star, educator, entrepreneur, businesswoman, mother, she is just the one and only on camera right there. Miss Keela Carson, that's right, black woman magic, melanated fully, got the red lipstick, looking good. What's happening there, Key? Got them, are those the twists or locks or braids? Which one?
Well, you know, my hair is locked.
That's what, okay.
So these are actual locks.
Oh, yeah.
But I started from 2-strand twists and then let them go from there.
Looking good as always. Looking good there.
Thank you.
Looking good.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Oh, happy Friday.
Yes. And back up a little bit. We want to get that full, the beauty of your face, full feet. Yeah. You was cutting off just the top of the head.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we want, there you go. Right. There we go. Okay. Take it away, Key. You heard the monologue. What you got to say?
Well, first of all, I have to stop crying. And I don't know if real tears from the Rolling Stones list and crying with tears with P. Diddy and Jermaine Dupri. I cannot. I don't know who. Rolling Stones should retract that list and say, oh, we don't know. That was some fake. We don't know how that was a mistake.
That was a rough draft. It wasn't supposed to sneak out.
It leaked out. That wasn't because everything that you mentioned was the pop crossover.
That's a good point, Key. Excellent point. And wait a minute. I just thought about something, not to jump in, but I thought about it when I'm looking at you. You're up in the 3-1-3 and a 2-4-8. No temptation. Wait a minute. Forget it. I should end the show right here.
Okay.
How you can't have no list? My girl wasn't
without something from Motown. Something.
No Temptations. Now I think I saw Smokey, but I don't recall seeing one Temptation song. If it was, it
And
was
where-
way down in the 300s or 400s.
And where did you see Smokey? Which one was that?
And it wasn't.
I
It
don't
wasn't one
care
of the
what
big
they
ones.
say
It
about
wasn't,
me.
and it wasn't one of
Yeah.
his like famous.
It was the pop. I'm
probably
sure it was.
It was
the
something
popular.
like from back in the day, but it was when I saw it, I was like, it was Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, but I'm like, so no, I think you hit
Was
the nail
Rick
right
James
on
on there?
No, You and I should have been on there. You and I and
Oh,
Mary
my God.
Jane could have been on there. Them two
Come
alone
on.
had to be on there.
Come on.
PYT wasn't on there. Bad wasn't on there. Nothing from Off the Wall was on there.
But listen, I feel good. We got some shout out because I mean, where did you see where Madonna may have fell on the list or
She was
Backstreet Boys?
she was like
or
halfway down.
NSYNC.
But they had some songs. You got to go.
Britney Spears.
She was on there. One of
Yeah,
Toxic.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
at
Toxic was on there.
At least we were higher.
And I thought about that. I said we've made some progress in this era of racial reckoning, and the fact that you had a black woman that was number one, even though you can't. That's the one thing. All jokes aside, I said, damn, I can't argue with that.
Listen,
I could argue that my girl could have been right up there, but
could have been.
could have been.
And I love Respect, the song. But, I mean, there are some other Aretha.
Well, that's true. Now,
I
there
mean,
you go.
because Natural Woman.
Okay. now that you say it, I'm like.
And I mean, and I'm just keeping it real. And I know this is probably not popular because we're talking really about popular music when we talk about Rolling Stones.
But then it's popular to who? Who's it popular to?
Right. Because Rocksteady will get the party, rock steady, baby.
There you go.
That's
Come on.
what I feel now. I mean, come on. And the Parliaments, the Funkadelic, come on. Come on.
It's so many Aretha, really. They should have just said, number one, any Aretha Franklin. Right. They shouldn't even pick one. Just Aretha Franklin catalog.
And Billie Jean, it was a hit, a crossover hit.
Right. But it started off R&B.
No, it did, but.
Now Beat It started off pop.
Right. But when we talk about Michael Jackson, we're talking about what's the one that Clifton wrote? If you should ever find someone new, I know he better be.
Oh, you talking about when back in the Jackson 5 days?
Yes.
I'll be there.
If he doesn't,
I'll be there.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I had so many.
Billie Jean.
Rock With You. But now Billie Jean is like.
So Rock With You, if we want to bring it up.
Yeah,
because I went way.
Like I said, Off the Wall, Thriller. I mean, arguably.
Was New Edition on the list?
That's a good one, Key. I didn't see not one. I didn't see Poison with BBD. I didn't see Candy Girl. I didn't see no New Edition. Groove Me by Guy.
Oh.
Really?
Groove Me.
We were talking about Mary J. Blige. Real Love.
Real Love.
So, but
they got Salt and Pepper on right now on Lifetime replaying their Lifetime movie.
Right, and it's funny. Listen. So when I saw at number 8 was Missy, Get Your Freak On, Beats by Timberland. Now, you just mentioned that, right, Salt and Pepper could have been easy one of their songs, especially What a Man.
I mean, that was a crossover.
But now, since you mentioned crossover, and I was just going, and as big as What a Man was, you know what their biggest hit was? Push It.
Push It.
Now that still turns the party out. So if you right, so if you're gonna do this list, do it right, and don't let the first draft leak out. Get the damn list right. Call me and Key, and then we'll help y'all out.
And listen, to the public, Geno and we are having fun because we don't quite know what the criteria was for Rolling Stone, because I'm sure they had their Oh, it had to sell Diamond, which is 1,000,000 copies. Oh, it had to, blah, 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 blah. Crossed over 4 categories from urban to pop to country to rock. And if
Well,
it
let me say this
you
on that
know,
note, Key. I promise you, and when you go and check out the list for yourself, because you know how I know music and you know music. I saw some songs, I'm like, huh? What? Why is
man,
this
I
song?
am not
Did they
trying
pay
to
to put?
point-
It could have been some payola. Maybe some of these artists is like, hey man, how much, man? I'm all right.
Don't do
Gi-
that. Don't
give,
do that. Don't do
give,
that. Don't do that.
give me your routing number,
Yeah.
or your checking account. Because now back in the day, they'd had like a little voluptuous stripper with like a metal briefcase, and she got on a 2-piece and just showed, so and so sent me over here. This
Here you go,
this
sir.
is for you.
Have a nice day.
But honestly, you're gonna look at some of the songs on that list, you're gonna be like,
Yeah, this is the list that makes you go.
yeah. You'll be
Yeah.
like, okay. That put a dollar sign by that one. Yep. And that was paid
Yeah.
for. That's a paid.
Yeah.
That's like a paid advertisement right there to
Yeah.
put that one.
This is the Rolling Stone slash of MTV pop
Yes.
list. And when you mentioned them playing Michael Jackson, don't forget, if you watch the Rick James movie, you're gonna also find out Bitchin', his movie. You will also find out how Rick James actually made that happen. Michael was the first to be played, but Rick James stuck his foot up into the scenario and got things done.
Okay, I believe that. Yeah.
And it wasn't for his benefit. It was for Michael, Prince, because Michael and Prince were like 2 of the first.
Right. Yeah. Michael was first, and Prince
Yep.
came right behind him. You're right.
Right.
Billie
When,
Jean was the first one that MTV played. Black
Right.
artist. Yeah.
So, and then, things started to pick up from there. But Rick James
Yeah.
was the instigator.
Because they could have, you and I should have been there, right there with
honey.
with Michael Jackson and Prince. Because you and I, yeah. And how is you and I? How do you and I by Rick James not easily top 10?
And we both know Rick James was rock.
Yes. Actually,
If you listen to his music,
right.
he was rock.
And he's got rock roots. I won't give it all
Yes.
away. I haven't seen the documentary, but I know where it's at. It's on Showtime now, so I'm gonna go watch it this weekend.
You
Probably
have
tonight.
got to see it.
I heard.
It is one of the best documentaries, and I mentioned this, I think, last week when
You did.
we mentioned it, that it is one of the most comprehensive documentaries I have ever seen. It takes you from the beginning of his life to the end. You don't feel like you missed anything. And one of the things that was in there is MTV. So make sure you watch it so that you can understand the backstory behind how Rick James influenced things and Michael got.
Now, I haven't seen it, but let me just briefly, give me 30 seconds to kind of reenact how Rick James probably got. So Rick James, he got his braids, he got his dudes with him, his boys, his band, some big bros, big dudes, and they all got their braids and they're locked.
You be Rick.
Right.
And I'll be Michael. Go ahead, Rick. Can you help us get on MTV?
All right, Mike, I got you. So, okay, I'm walking in the office. So I'm walking into the headquarters for CBS Records, Columbia Records, and Walter Yetnikoff, this little short Jewish guy sitting on the other side of the desk. So Rick walking in. I'm Rick. I'm walking in.
Rick.
I'm walking in with the joint. I got a joint in my mouth. All right, I'm smoking the joint. My boys are with me. Yo, what up? What up, man? What's up with you ain't playing? How you ain't playing? This is Michael Jackson. This is the king of pop, the greatest. Oh, Billie Jean. This is the best man. What? MTV. Hey, what? Listen, Walt. If you can go holler at them folks, I know them your people over there at TTV or MTV. Whatever. You need to tell them. You need to tell them. You know what? That if they don't play this Billie Jean, They gonna have to see me and my boys.
Tell him, Rick. Tino got you.
And by the way, when I turn on my TV tomorrow, when I turn on cable, and if I don't see Billie Jean, you gonna see me. I'm coming to see you, and I'm coming to see them. All right? You understand what I'm saying? Rick. Don't make me have to whoop nobody ass up in here. My name is Rick James, bitch. That's
he said that, but what he said.
That's a reenactment. Rick James walking, or he probably walked up to the headquarters of MTV and delivered that same message and cussed them out. Because Rick was that dude.
Watch it, because he's no joke about.
Now I haven't seen the documentary. Yeah. I don't know how close.
That part.
I don't know how close that reenactment is to what really probably happened.
Let me say, you know what? Here's the funny thing. You brought out the ghetto in, Rick. You got to see how Rick handled that. Rick, you know how they say, when you standing up for something, you gonna put your everything. Yeah. Rick put his career behind
co-signing for Michael Jackson. Really? Okay, and his people. Yep. Okay. I can't wait to see this documentary.
He put his money on the line.
Yeah. But Rick, I was having fun with the reenactment because I met Rick. So I didn't tell the story. And I'm shorten it down to about 30 seconds. So I was still in college, but I had a job at the CBS owned and operated Channel 2 in Chicago. It was owned by CBS. So I had like a paid internship, and then I wound up being like a production assistant for a guy named Bob Surratt, who did TV there and radio there. He's still on radio in Chicago. He's a legend in Chicago. So Bob Surratt was the entertainment reporter, and I wanted to do what Bob was doing, and I was still in school, and here I am, I'm just a production assistant, a little lowly production assistant. But Bob saw some talent in me, so Bob sent me out to be like a field producer, like I was a little reporter key. I'll never forget, Rick James was at the, I don't even know what the hell they call this arena now. Back in the day, it was the Horizon out in Rosemont, which is north of Chicago. And Rick James was doing a concert out there. And so he set it up with Rick's people. So I'm there with a camera crew. We got the cameraman, we got the sound, and me, man, and I got my suit on. I'm dressed to the nines because I'm like, man, I'm about to interview Rick James. Man, do you know, I got there like 2.5 hours before the show.
Oh.
Rick did a sound check. Man, no, he was there. Rick did a sound check. Rick was smoking weed backstage. Rick is walking around backstage cussing folks out with the joint in it. I mean, I don't smoke. I almost got a contact just sitting backstage waiting to be interviewed. And we sitting there and Rick is walking by us like we are invisible. And we talked to Rick's, I guess whoever the contact was, his people to contact the media, and we said he's gonna do it and blah. So you know what that's like. They're trying to diffuse the situation and clean it up. But I wasn't gonna clown Rick because that's Rick James. I'm just excited, to talk to the bro. Man, we was invisible. Rick James literally looked me right in the eye while he was smoking the joint like I was invisible and just kept walking. And the camera crew, and we never got the show started. No, we didn't do anything because it was supposed to do like a sit down, and I told Bob Surratt and his Rick James people, they called and apologized. We're so sorry, they made us some lame excuse. I didn't even care. I just thought it was funny. But this was like Rick, this was kind of like right after the UNI. But when you look back at his career, because this was in the mid '80s. And then he was having, going through a lot of personal stuff, and I know people see it in the documentary. But I just But I'm saying out to say Rick didn't give a damn. He didn't care.
No, I saw Rick in concert. I never met him. And ironically enough, my stepdad took my sister and I, and he didn't know about Rick James.
Oh.
Just like when he took us to see Prince, he didn't know about Prince. He told my mama, "Boy, these girls." So we get to the Rick James concert. Rick before Rick come out, it is a puff of smoke.
Right.
And
the weed cloud comes out before Rick.
Right. And it's real weed.
Right.
You can smell it in a whole arena.
You know, like a lot of artists, they have like the smoke, like the fog machine.
No,
this is real. He don't need no fog machine.
No.
It's cannabis cloud.
I don't know who they had back there just puffing. But the whole building was filled with smoke. And Rick came out with a doobie. It had to be 7 feet long. My stepfather was like,
"What the hell?"
Oh no, he wasn't. He was like, "This is it."
Oh.
My stepfather was like, "I should have left y'all at home and brought your mama, because this is it."
Wait, Key, was your stepfather like Chris Rock in the scene with Friday when he was sitting there with Ice Cube? He's like, "Hey, puff, pass, man."
Oh,
yo, Rick,
baby. And we had good seats. My dad was sitting there. Anyway. Okay. They have things that they do, to help, get a little smoke in you. My daddy was standing there like,
waiting for it. Keela's dad was waiting for a shotgun.
I didn't want to say it.
It's my show. I'll say it. I say
my
it.
Dad said the whole concert, Geno, with his mouth open.
Rick, hit me. Rick, hit me again. Rick, hit me with that shotgun.
I thought my dad was trying to kiss me. He was like, "Girl, it's for Rick."
Ooh, man, your mother probably never let you go to a concert with him again.
Listen, and when he came home from Prince, he told my mama, he said, "I don't know who he is, what he is." He said he about 3 feet tall and he wear heels, but he said that's a bad mofo. He said that's a bad mofo. He said, "I don't know what." He said he had a perm. He told my mom he had a perm. He had on heels. He about 5'3". He said, but that was a bad mofo.
Key, he probably almost got slapped by your mom. He probably said, "Baby, his perm look better than yours."
Baby.
Because that Prince perm now, I don't know who his hairstylist was. His perm was, I thought James Brown's perm was tight always. Prince.
No.
Prince's perm was, wow. Even women, come on, Key, you a woman. I heard women be like,
yes.
Who does Prince?
It was all bouncy.
Right, who does his hair? They like his
I
hair.
was like, oh.
Women was jealous of Prince's perm. Like,
I snuck to the store and bought the Prince album. And so finally, after my stepfather took us to the concert, I pulled it out because I had snuck and spent my allowance on it. And my mom was like, "Oh, is this the way?" My stepdad said, "Oh, that's the one." And he said, "Look at," and my mom said, "Oh, his hair is beautiful." And I did meet Prince, and I want to tell you, you know that song he has, "Sexy MF"?
Yeah.
Baby. And I don't usually go for that kind, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. I like a manly man, man. But I looked at Prince, I was like, "Oh my God, sweet sugar pie." That's so beautiful. I mean, he is just to die for, to look at. He's so clean and pretty and precious and neat, and he's just like, he don't want no nasty, no sticky, no dirt, no. I mean, he's that way for real. Yeah. He used to change, I'm told, 4 times a day.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to MC one of his concerts. I got a chance to do a whole sit down, like a 2.5 hour sit down. This was in the late 90s when he was really mad at Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah,
It was
Slave.
It was supposed to be a
Slave
meet and
time.
greet, but basically he just wanted to have a conversation about the industry and how artists were not, they were just taking advantage of artists and how you got to be smart. It was really a pretty cerebral, down to earth, spiritually. We was talking about religion and spirituality. This was after a concert in Memphis, and it was a meet and greet supposedly, Key. So we're in like this VIP room, and it's got like it's like no walls. It's just all glass doors. So you got like probably 1,000 people standing there looking at their face smushed up against the window.
Right.
Waiting for Prince to come out for damn near 3 hours. I'll never forget, 2 hours and 45 minutes. As Damaris. Damaris was there, and she was just sitting there. And it was, as a matter of fact, and Prince, he likes to talk, have conversations. And it was almost 3 o'clock, and like his people was like, hey, so we gotta let him go. And he left, and he didn't sign no autograph, and people were mad. But then they looking at us like, what the hell were y'all talking about?
Right.
I'm like, hey man, don't get mad at me.
But he likes intelligent conversation.
Yeah, that's what it was. But it wasn't planned because we didn't know. It was a handful of people who were in the industry, primarily radios, personalities. It may have been a program, but it wasn't a lot of us. And just for whatever reason, I mean, he and I clicked because I mean from a worldview in terms of just artists having power, especially black people, how historically the music industry has really taken advantage of black artists. They've done it with artists in general, but black artists. And so that was the gist of the conversation. But it was really intelligent conversation. It was like it's like you saw a whole different, the sexy MF and the Lake Monotone Walk or whatever it is, none of that. You saw, and this is who Prince really was. So it was really fun. But Damaris, she was just like,
let's go.
Yes. Right? That part, Key, do that again. That was up right
Let's roll.
Yeah, you got it. But lean, you had your hand on your hips and kind of like.
Yeah, like, dude.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
You get a snapshot of that?
That
dude.
part, yeah. That part. Looking at me with the evil, not eyes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But
like, shut up.
I mean, I get it because he is so engaging and so thoughtful. And I mean, he took people don't realize how much he sacrificed. And people rarely do. When you look at a Rick James who put his stuff on the line, with the MTV thing, and you look at Prince who said no, putting Slave on his face and saying, you know what, I'm just not going to record no more.
Right.
And then when the time came, when all of the, streaming and all that, he said, you can't have my music. I mean, that was a sacrifice.
And
all the money he could have made.
That's true. But you know what? He was really ahead of his time, but I'm just jumping in because you're in Detroit and on the same subject about artist empowerment, especially when it comes to their intellectual property. Because that means the songs that they write. I'm shouting out to Miss Anita Baker because Anita Baker was smart. Because basically,
she got a master's.
If you are, and legally there's a law where after 33 decades, I think it's 35 years, Key, somewhere around 35, 36, 37, 38 years. If you are living, that automatically your music, as they call it, the master copies, which is kind of the whole master slave, that's a whole different conversation. But the original version of what you recorded belongs to you, the artist, the songwriter, the publisher. And Anita was very patient and smart. She's like, okay. she had a countdown calendar. She was like, and when them 3 decades, 35, whatever the exact year, she was like, I'm gonna need y'all to run me the masters. And she got them. And she got them all.
And told her.
So congratulations.
If you young enough, live long enough, like you said, hands over.
And they had, then the law was on her side. They couldn't even fight her. They was like, You win.
And you know what? For people who pay attention to what Geno is saying, if you own the masters, you own the money.
That part.
Okay, so that's because Anita just didn't want her masters so she could stick them on the wall.
Right. So
okay, been there, done that.
Her estate, her kids, her boys,
right.
and their kids, that will be, as long as they don't screw it up.
Right.
And that money, so anytime a TV commercial, a company wants to use her music in a TV commercial or music, or, you know, anytime her music is played, streaming it live or on a radio, what station or TV, oh yeah, she getting a check. Yeah. She getting a check. Residuals, royalties, songwriting, ASCAP, you know, artists get checks like, I think twice a year, and I think another one.
I was going to say once or twice a year.
Yeah, and I think another one, they get a check every quarter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
ASCAP and BMI.
So you're right. If the car company, and I'm sure somebody's getting ready to, especially locally, you know, Anita's from Detroit, well, raised in Detroit, from Toledo.
I didn't know that.
Oh yes, she's from Toledo.
Okay, did not. Thought
raised in Detroit.
Thought she was, you know, from Detroit. Didn't know.
Yeah, but she belonged to us. You know.
like Aretha, like Aretha. Even Aretha was born in Memphis, but Aretha. That's right. Aretha herself would tell you.
That's right.
I'm from Detroit. Is my home. Okay.
Exactly.
Don't get it twisted. No shade to Memphis, but I'm just telling y'all, I'm a Motown girl.
And I'm sure the line is long at the agencies for an Aretha cut on somebody's automotive commercial, something coming out of Michigan, coming out of Detroit. I'm having my own personal summer here.
I understand. And if you want to get a bottle of water, it's okay. I live with this situation. I understand it in a very personal, intimate kind of way. Trust me, I have the sweatpants and the sweatshirt in the bedroom to prove it, because you know, especially when winter comes and it might be 20 degrees outside, but the window is open.
Honey. Ooh.
So,
and sometimes it just hits so hard. It's like,
Key, I live with
young ladies, I pray that you never know a day of this, but baby, it is real. And I'm keeping it real. It's Friday. This
right.
is what it is.
I love it. This is what we do. This is what we do right here on the Geno Jones Show. You talking about authentic? We are pure, authentic in a real, original form. So. But,
I know sisters out there cracking up like, oh, Keela, thank you for telling the truth.
Right.
Is
Key, somebody is watching right now that's like, girl, I'm right, I'm fanning with you. I'm right there right now. I'm telling my husband, it's like, you need to cut the air up, damn it, or let the window up. Hey,
and sometimes you can tolerate it, but this one was like, woo, child.
Listen,
fire.
I have awakened in the middle of the night, freezing, and the window was open. And so I made that mistake one time, so I already know. Ooh. Don't even think about trying to let the window down.
You can stick your head in a freezer. I mean, that's how.
I'm telling you, Key,
it's like you just
I know.
Get drenched.
I get it. Listen.
And then you're fine.
I don't even say anything. And some nights I just go ahead. I put on my
sweat clothes.
I put my sweats on, like even before I get into bed. Sometimes I might be good, and all of a sudden it can hit like that, and then the window's open and I'm freezing. I'm like, let me just put on my sweatpants and my sweatshirt and pull the cover over my. Just go to sleep. And then, then I'm having hot flashes. Because then, here I am, like I'm outside. I got on sweat socks, sweatpants, and a sweatshirt, and the comforter, I'm burning up. I guess this marriage is like, I ain't the only one that's going to be miserable, damn it.
We in this together.
Right. For better, for worse, through sickness and health.
All that. And heat.
Yeah, that's right.
God. Okay, that was a good one.
It's all
Oh,
good.
but yeah, that just came up and was like furious. But yes, Anita Baker, proud of her. I heard Taylor Swift, who country singer, gone pop, even gave her a shout out because Taylor Swift is a writer.
Mm-hmm.
Even though people know her as a performer, the way she really started is that she is a writer. As a teenager, she wrote all those songs. And so as a writer, she congratulated Anita for her masters. People, I'm trying to think, there are people who have gone to bat for their masters.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe he doesn't have the greatest hits of all time like the Rolling Stones, but Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Ray was, oh no, I own every. So you don't ever see Ray Parker on the Behind the Music talking about his money gone.
Oh, you sure don't.
Because he kept his masters.
Man, smart dude. And speaking of, it's funny you mentioned Taylor Swift. For people who don't know, similar situation recently. So a couple years back, she's fighting with the label, her record label, and they didn't want to give her masters. And
That's right.
I thought this was genius. Like you said, Key, she wrote all those songs. She performed all those songs. So you know what she did? She got in the studio. I think found like all the original musicians that played on all her hit records. And she went in and re-recorded all of her hit records and then released them. How You Like Me Now?
And that's the greatest hits album, not the one with your masters.
Right, with mine. And
with
then
mine.
her probably several million followers on social media.
Okay.
Now that is a gangster move right there.
Gangster. So listen, I am proud every day of people who take ownership,
yes,
or go to the mattresses, as the Godfather would say, for their right to their stuff.
Right.
Isaac Hayes was another one. You wasn't taking Isaac's masters.
No.
That's why you never saw Isaac Hayes on the Behind the Music saying, "I'm broke."
Well, since you mentioned Isaac, since you went there, I gotta follow you because when I left Detroit and I went and worked in Memphis. As a matter of fact, I used to host a night. He had a venue, like a bar and grill. It was really hot for a minute. Isaac Hayes's. So I got to meet Isaac, but Isaac was like that. Isaac was probably like a Memphis version of Rick. Rick was from Buffalo.
Yes.
Isaac would roll up probably with some chains on, just some chains, no shirt. Isaac would roll up on you, boy. I'm sure Isaac probably rolled up in Stax. Because I know he was, Stax's label. Basically, Stax's was Memphis's version of Motown.
Southern, right.
Yeah. But Isaac was that dude that, no, you didn't want, no. He was
You didn't want none of that?
You see, he was about that life. Isaac would roll up and be like, hey, look, okay? And I'm sure Isaac had some company, all right? He probably had, knowing Isaac may have had Smith and Wesson with him.
And Magnum.
His body, right. And Magnum, all of them hanging his bodyguard. Talk to people back in old school. No, Isaac, no.
He was not to be played with. And
his money.
With his money.
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, as many hardship stories that we've heard over the years when it comes to music, because you talk about Jermaine Dupri and Teddy Riley's and who you thought was making all this money producing these songs and these groups and whatnot, and then you come to find out they didn't make a dime until the 17th, the 20th hit artist that they produced, because all the rest, they tied up in these bold contracts or they did it for free and the person never paid them. So as many hardship stories as there are, it is nice to be able to inform the public that there are some groups who kept their stuff together. A group, Four Tops. Now,
really?
They was all sweet doing this, like, but when it came to their money,
Really?
it was like, wasn't none of that sugar pie, honey, but none of that. Well, none of that. Four Tops, you don't see them on the behind the music saying I'm broke.
No, you.
Well,
got,
they passed away now,
Yeah.
but you get my point.
Right.
My point is that they,
it's only one. I think is there only one original member still living
yes,
there? Right.
Fakar, I believe is the only
Abdul?
one left. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Good deal. All right. Before you get out of there, I know.
here.
So what were you going to tell us? You were just talking about.
Oh gosh, I was. Well, no, I just wanted to mention the boys in dresses. There's an article out, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yep, called.
Well, now Russell
in-
Westbrook, that was a skirt. It was not a dress. That
Okay.
was a skirt.
Sorry.
Just for accuracy's sake, that was a skirt.
And we listen.
And they had the boots, like the combat boots. They were like platform combat boots, like some black.
Listen. We haven't said nothing about Connolly from Scotland and his skirt, his kilt, but they call it a kilt.
Kilt, right? And
Right.
they've been rocking these kilts forever.
Kilt. We ain't said nothing about that. We haven't said nothing about historically. If you read your history, high heels were created for men
Now that I didn't know.
because men.
I was short and they wanted to.
Years
No,
ago.
you're right. I remember that. Yes.
That's right.
The men who were wealthy and powerful wanted to have the allure of being
That's
bigger,
right.
and they would wear. Yes.
Okay, and just curious, because in some places in the world, depending on, if you're under the Queen's rule, monarchs, the men, the wigs were created for them.
That is true.
They still wear them in court.
George Washington, right, in England, you're right. Powdered
Right.
wigs, that's true.
Yes, come on now. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going a little bit more, Keith.
Okay,
Educate
so
them.
the way I see it is that they just returning.
Well, it's funny you said return. Let's pause. Let's not pause. Let's elaborate and extrapolate on returning. And I said this yesterday. You probably saw it. Fashion. My grandfather they called him a tailor. He was a designer. He could make a suit or a dress like in 2 hours. You would have a whole new fitted, tailored suit, dress. He'd take your measurements, everything, to tape measure. But they didn't call them designers, and he was born in 1888, so they wasn't giving no black man from a little small town in Mississippi, but he was self-taught.
Right.
So, but he taught me a long time ago, like fashions, every 20 years,
They repeat.
fashions repeat them.
I mean, so it may have taken more than 20 years, may have taken more like 2,000, but no, I'm just kidding. Couple hundred. But the point is, come on, people. We got bigger fish to fry. We trying to get people vaccinated. We trying to get our schools to improve. Nobody's got time. What Sweet Brown say? Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't care what Magic Johnson's son is wearing. I don't care what the LGBTQ plus community. They have a right to do whatever they feel like it. Okay, whatever they feel like. They can dress, or you can call yourself fluid. You can say, oh, no, I'm not gay. I'm just fluid. I'm a man, but I like to wear a dress. Okay, fine with me. Pay me my money and let me go on about my business. And if you don't like it, you don't have to like it per se, but you don't have to spend all day running your mouth about something that has nothing to do with your life. Get on with your day, sir or ma'am. Get on with your life. Get out there and get somebody vaccinated. Don't be talking to me about a skirt.
And let's speak to this, Keith, because listen, in the barbershop and the hair salon, especially in the barbershops and everything, it's just a plan, especially feminize the black man and to emasculate the black man. I hear what you're saying, and I said this yesterday on yesterday's episode, so please, I want you to go back and watch this. All right, so if we're talking about manhood, because we got this masculinity thing. It's got us all messed up because we really copying somebody else's version of manhood that ain't ours. Okay, the colonizers, which is a whole nother show. But this was my basic point, Key, and I know you saw yesterday's episode. The same anger and rage that I've seen some people. I saw one former NBA basketball player, Key. He is snapped. I mean, like the veins in his neck, I thought the artery was about to explode. Ain't no real in the MF and hood. I ain't gonna rock no skirt. And I said, but here's my thing, Keith. I want to see that same energy when you find out that your boy who's a coach, or that your uncle or your brother or your nephew or your stepfather is molesting or raping a 13-year-old girl or boy. Right. I want to see the same energy.
Yeah. I.e. Nasser. Who,
yes. Right there
Michigan.
Up in Michigan. Yes.
Michigan, right.
The teen doctor, Larry Nasser.
Yeah.
R. Kelly. R. Kelly just getting a lot of attention. It's a whole lot. It's been a whole lot of It's some R. Kellys in your family.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Kelly. Yeah.
Not Uncle you, Kid, but I'm right. Some people who are looking at me right now, I'm pointing at you.
Kelly.
That's right. There's some uncles and aunties. Thank you.
Auntie, yep.
But since we're talking about this manhood thing, because a real man wants to do two things. You want to protect the ones you love, and you want to provide security in whatever form that looks like, whatever form you can provide it. It can be physical protection, emotional, spiritual, financial, whatever. So protect these babies. So if we want to get all high and mighty, and we want to go get swole up, as they say, swell up about these child molesters and rapists. Don't talk to me about somebody wearing a damn skirt. I hear what you're saying, dude. Listen. And I said this, I had a conversation last night, Key, and I mentioned our boy Prince. I said Prince had a perm that looked better than virtually any woman's perm. Prince's hair looked better than hairstylists. Even hairstylists used to be like, damn, who doing your hair?
Right.
Prince had on blouses, ruffled blouses, and tight-ass hip-hugger pants. He wore pumps probably higher than Key wore.
Oh, for sure.
And was playing basketball in pumps, and his perm, like he said, bouncy. He could have did a damn Clairol commercial. So much hair has so much body of bounce. And I would dare you to call him gay. Because if your woman was anywhere around, she was going to wind up leaving with him and not your macho ass. Rick James, the same way. Rick would have dared you to call him something because he'd have popped you in the mouth. And then that probably shot you and offered you. Well, you heard me here. Hit this joint, dude. That'll numb the pain. I didn't want to do that, but you made me do that. So I'm just saying we get outraged, Key, about the wrong thing.
Wrong thing.
And what we really need to be really passionate about ending, we look the other way, Key. We know what's going on. We act like it's invisible. We don't see nothing. We don't hear. That's why I said, see something, say something. Know something, do something about it, damn it.
Yeah, it's easy to pick on, men wearing dresses or women wearing suits or, butch looking.
I talked about that too, right.
Yeah, those are easy targets because they don't require you to do anything. But as soon as somebody asks you to do something, oh, well, then you're too busy and
Well, that I don't want to get in nobody else's business. Well, damn it, if you know about it, then it is your business. If you know that some baby is being molested, raped, sex trafficked, I don't give a damn if it is somebody in your family. I don't care if it's your brother. I don't care if it's your uncle. I don't care if it's your father. You need to put an end to it. And if you can't
hold
do
up the Bible and they say, well, God said this is wrong, that, these individuals are doing these things and whatnot, which it isn't written anywhere in the Bible that I know of. But what about love thy neighbor and all that other stuff? You forgot there are 9 other commandments.
Right.
Okay, and so what are you doing about that? About those things? Nothing but flapping your gums. So
only the ones that don't apply to them are the ones that are really the ones that get you in hell. Now the ones that they're violating, they're like, well, that don't really count.
Right.
Like
different.
I ain't never seen like a price list. You can go to if you go to a barbershop or hair salon, back in the day they would have like a big old piece of cardboard, like a price list. And I said, wait a minute, I ain't never seen like a price list or point system in the Bible. Well, if you're homosexual, that's minus 500. But if you're murdering, that's only 350. And if you're gambling or fornicating, that's like 225.
Yeah, it depends on how many times you did it.
Right. I never saw that chart, Key. Did you see it? That little point system they had for sin?
No.
I'm still looking for it.
No. You and a whole lot of people. Because it doesn't, I mean, there is no sin greater than the sins. I mean, they are what they are. So if you're going to be technical about it, or you can just shut up. Just shut up. Because that's what I do. Because I know I try to get up every day and pray that God don't say, girl, come on, because I'm tired of you. And I'm a good person. But sin, it is hard to avoid. Sin is speaking ill. Sin is speaking ill of yourself. Sin is having bad thoughts. It's not just speaking the thoughts.
Part.
It is
I was
thinking
about to go there. Thank you.
So I'm working so hard on me. I ain't got time to worry about Magic Johnson's son and his dress. I got problems here.
Right.
My own.
Right. Magic EJ's sins is not. Wait a minute. That ain't on your tab. Cause trust me, I know my tab is probably pretty damn long. So I'm trying.
That's what I said, Geno. I'm trying to get myself together.
I'm trying to get this tab down to like. I may not be able to get it to 0, but I ain't trying to add to the tab.
I'm trying to get God to let me in on credit.
Right. Can we do installment, Jesus? Can you help a brother out? Can you? I know my score is a little low. I know my score is a little low. But can we do the installment? Or back in the day, like Christmas, you didn't have money. Can we do layaway, Lord?
Oh, good. Okay, I'm done. Goodbye, Geno. The mic is dropped. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keela Carson. I love you, Key. You the best. Have a great weekend.
You too, Geno. Love everybody.
Can we do that? Lord, can I do layaway? Can we do the layaway? I give you 100 now, and then, every payday I give you $25. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, God. Most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles, West Coast, Chicago Central Time. Please subscribe, share, and like the Geno Jones Show, the Geno Jones channel. Once again, please subscribe to the channel. Please share this episode and every episode. Go back and binge watch and like all the episodes. If you'd like to advertise or be a sponsor, I'd love to have you as an advertiser or a sponsor. And if you're looking for the ultimate pitch man or brand ambassador, that's the new term, the new phrase, to help you build and not just to build your brand and business, but to help you generate sales and revenue, I'm the dude. I am that dude because I'm the king, not the king. I'm the king of pitchman. Holla at your boy. Geno Jones Show. That's how you spell it at Gmail. Geno Jones Show. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll be back Monday, a brand new live show, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Just have a great, safe weekend. Be happy. Love on yourself. Love on somebody else you love. All right, because tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Just live your life. And one more thing. Never, ever, 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 never live anyone else's dream. Always live out your dream. See you Monday, 6:30 p.m. one more thing before I get out of here. As always, once again, thank you for watching, and please be blessed.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.